Those days. I remember those days.
Hello, Vinyl community. This is Tommy, and welcome to another musical adventure. Today's adventure is kind of a springboard from last week where I showed that box of 45s. And those of you that watched that video, I kind of let on that I don't really collect a lot of 45s. It's a whole area of vinyl collecting that I tend to steer clear of. I just don't do it. Everything I do is the big album. Now I do get 45s. I'm not going to say it's completely like, oh, I don't touch 45s. But most of you, especially the ones that deal in 45s, know a whole lot more about them than I do. But I do enjoy them as a music fan, as a collector. And so what I thought I would do for today's adventure was to share some of my favorite 45s from my very teeny tiny little 45 collection. Like I said, not very many in there, but I thought just for fun I would share some of my favorite 45s that I own out of my collection and just share them with you guys. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it. Hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And comment down below. Or better yet, make your own video where you show your favorite 45s. I'd love to see them. If you make a video, put the link down there in the comment section and folks can check it out. And I'd appreciate it. So without further ado, we're very quickly going to go through this little small stack of my favorite 45s. And I would start with one that's probably kind of obvious to a lot of people. It is the Beatles, Strawberry Fields Forever and Penny Lane. This was one of the great 45 releases of all time, probably. This version is the remix, the Record Store Day version that came out in honor of the 50th anniversary. It was sort of designed as sort of a childhood remembrance thing. If you see the hype sticker there. And this is sort of the single that began the Sgt. Pepper thing. But it's a great single. It's kind of a double A-sided single, as it were. Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields. I know I pulled it out, but there's the label there. And yeah, so there you go. That's the remix version. Another favorite single for me is Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, My Guitar in Dog Breath. Now, this was another Record Store Day release that came out, and this is on this cool green vinyl. It's a mono mix, which is pretty cool, but this is the song. It's a limited. There's a number on the back there. You see the number. Music is the best, with the Zappa logo, the mustache and soul patch. This is a single from the late 60s. This is the 1969 single. This was cut by Chris Bellman. But this song is just so much fun. It's just a cool rock song. Of course, you guys know the chorus. My guitar wants to kill your mama. Is the full line there. It's just a fun single. I dig it. Of course, being a Third Man Records and Jack White fan, I've got quite a few of those 45s. Probably the majority of the 45s that I own are from Third Man Records and or Jack White. But this is a Third Man release single, Born to Wander by Jack Wood. I don't know if you guys know this. I believe he was a Detroit guy. The original came out on the Lawrence label. And it was sort of a regional record. This song was used in a commercial. I can't even remember which commercial it was. There's really nothing special to show on the 45 itself. But if you've never heard this song, Born to Wander, I encourage you to look it up. You can probably find it probably here on YouTube. It's just a ton of fun. It's just a fun single. It's wild. This is kind of what Third Man Records is all about. This single came out, I believe, in the late 60s. And of course, it's got some great liner notes on the back by Mr. Jack Wood himself. Just a really, really cool song, cool 45. Of course, I will have to show a Jack White 45. This is Jack White and the Electric Mayhem doing You Are the Sunshine of My Life. There was a new Muppet show that came out about 5 or 6 years ago. It came out on ABC, and they had different people on there, and Jack White got to be on an episode, and he performed the song. This is the green single. Side A is the studio recording, if you will, and the second side is him singing it with the Muppets. If you've seen the episode, he sings it at the end of the episode, and it's sort of a I believe it is the last episode of the series that Jack's on. But Third Man, being who they are, put out a 45 of it. And this is the Stevie Wonder song, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. But it's a really, really cool version and a lot of fun. Another Record Store Day release. Those of you who know, I'm a huge Lee Hazelwood fan, followers of my channel. This is Lee Hazelwood and Nancy Sinatra. This was put out by Light in the Attic. This is the song Some Velvet Morning with Tired of Waiting for You. Some Velvet Morning is just a gem of a song. Fantastic. This was put out sort of in advance of the reissue series that Light in the Attic has done. Of course, they've done the Lee Hazelwood reissues, as well as they're now doing the Nancy Sinatra reissues, hence the boot there on the label. But this was sort of put out in advance of that, this single. But it's a great song. It's a great track. And as a 45, it really works. More Record Store Day stuff. This is Grapefruit. Who got this record? It came out on RPM Records. The band Grapefruit. Who knows the band Grapefruit? Well, Beatles fans will be interested in this single, because this has the track Lullaby. This is the speeded up mono mix, and if you guys can see on there the credits, this was produced by these guys named John Lennon and Paul McCartney, Apple Publishing, backed with Sweet Little Miss No Name. But Grapefruit was a really cool band. They weren't on the Apple label, but again, Lennon and McCartney watchers, and there's nothing really phenomenal about the 45 itself, other than the fact it's a really cool song. And like I said, this is on the British RPM label. Those of you who know the band Grapefruit, I've got the album as well. And it's pretty cool stuff. Andrew Sandoval, I believe, had a lot to do with this release. Cherry Red Records is the one that put it out. But yeah, Grapefruit. Really cool 45 and really awesome. We've got just a couple of more I'm going to show you. Another 45 I'd be remiss not to show is Chris Bell, I Am the Cosmos, and You and Your Sister. This is a reproduction of the original 45, which was Chris Bell's one and only 45 that came out on the Car label back in the late 70s. I Am the Cosmos is probably Chris Bell's signature song. They later put this out as an album. They took the tracks that Chris Bell was doing. But Chris Bell was one of the members of Big Star, one of my very favorite bands. And just this song is it's an incredible song. Huge song. This was actually produced or mixed by Jeff Emmerich, who, it was recorded in Memphis at Shoe. It was mixed at Air in London, trying to get Chris Bell started off as a solo artist. And it's a shame because he tragically passed away before he was able to enjoy any of his fame. The last 45 I'm going to show is not even a picture sleeve, but it's on the Ardent label. Those of you who know me know this is my very favorite 45 of all time. It is the song Thanks by the band The Hot Dogs. And on the other side is I Walk the Line. This is the Johnny Cash song. and it is their version of it. And anybody who knows me, anyone that's ever been around me, I will usually play this 45 for them because I absolutely adore it. It is a power pop version of the song I Walk the Line, and it is incredible. The energy, everything. It starts off as a straight ahead cover, but then it kicks into this overdrive and some falsetto vocals that are just to die for. I absolutely love this 45. This was not a part of the song Thanks was on the album, but the I Walk the Line single was not, the song was not on the album the Hot Dogs released, Say What You Mean. But as a result, this is really the only way to get this song is on a 45. And so it's a cherished recording for me. Absolutely love it. As much as I love Big Star and everything associated with Big Star, and even the Ardent label, and there were other bands that were on the Ardent label that weren't Big Star, but this mono 45 of I Walk the Line is my keeper. This is a 45 that I cherish greatly. So that's it. That's my 45 collection, or some of my cherished 45s. I encourage you guys to make a video yourself. I'd love to see what you've got on your 45 collection, or what do you do? Do you do 45s? Do you enjoy them? Are they something that you just kind of do as a music fan, like myself? I will say I'm very much a novice when it comes to 45s. I do have quite a few, but I just don't do a whole lot of them. Anyway, let's see what you've got. Put them down in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite 45. Let's start at Threads. Let's see some of you other content creators come up with some of yours. I want to see them. So, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you all next time.